Hi everyone, welcome back. I am in a different setting today because today we're not going to be talking about makeup. I have a life update for you guys and I'm actually a little nervous talking about this because it's much easier to talk about makeup than personal stuff, which explains why I've never actually talked to you guys about this. It's something that has been going on for 2 years and I've never ever mentioned it. So I think it's about time. For the past 2 years, I went through a separation and divorce, which finally came to a conclusion in June. I did not want to share with you guys while I was going through it. It's something that I feel at a personal level, when you're going through something, you need time to process it, process your emotions, process the changes, and then you can come to a place where you can share your story. I do want to let you guys know that I am good. I am happy. I'm excited to start my life over. There's going to be a lot of changes happening. I'm going to be moving. I did find a place which I was really stressed about. I know some of these videos can get very emotional and the person can start crying when they're talking about it, but I am just at a different place, which is why I also feel kind of weird talking about this. I'm not sure if because the process was so long and it took 2 years for it to happen that I have just kind of like processed it in my head and moved on. But I do have to admit, it was a pretty rough time. The whole process was pretty gruesome, really stressful. I feel like this was like the first time in my life when I actually started to age. When you have a house, you have kids, and there's also a business involved, it can get pretty complicated. It can get complicated, and that also then adds more time to your timeline for it to get done. I'm not going to get into any of the details about it because I do believe in respecting the other person's privacy, and so I feel like sometimes when people start talking about their own experience, in a way they kind of talk about the other person, and that's not something I ever want to do. So I'm not going to be talking about any of the details, but I just wanted to talk more about where I am, what I'm looking forward to, and focus on my life ahead. And only thing I would like to share with you guys is that if you yourself are going through something like this, there's one thing that you're guaranteed, and that is that it will end one day, that the process will come to completion, and one day you will get divorced. So that gave me a lot of hope because it took so much time. You can feel kind of trapped, but I always gave myself hope that, you know, this can't last forever. That is a guarantee. It will not last forever and it will come to an end. And that always gave me hope. And hope it's important. It's a good thing to have. And the only other thing I would like to say is make it comfortable for yourself. Like, especially when you are married, and even like, I feel like even certain cultures, you're kind of like primed and influenced into always thinking about other people. But this is a time when you can actually think about yourself and what your needs are and allow yourself to fulfill those needs. So for example, in my particular situation, we fortunately had a big enough house where we were able to divide it into 2 separate sections where we can both kind of comfortably live. This is not the type of situation where you want to be in each other's faces. That's not going to benefit anyone, especially when you have kids. You want to keep it calm and quiet and as cordial as possible. You don't have to be friends, but you can be respectful to each other and give each other privacy and space. So you can work with your ex, or you can do things yourself that make your time that you're in this sort of situation better, and you can just kind of make the best of it. And at the end of the day, you're not gonna get everything you want, but you have to be able to come to an agreement where you can kind of still feel good about being able to move on. So like, I don't have any sort of like hard feelings about anything. Did I get everything I wanted? No. Did I lose some things? Absolutely. But do I even think about them anymore? Do I feel bad in any way? No. My mind, after the papers were signed, my mind just went straight into the future. I felt free. I've just felt excited. It was more of a mixed feelings. I was like happy and crying in the moment, but this did happen last month, so I've had a few more weeks to process that it's finally over. But I want you guys to know that I'm in a good place, and I just want to look forward in my life. I feel like this is my opportunity to actually create the life that I want. It's weird to say, I'm like almost 40 years old, but I felt like I've lived my whole life kind of in the lens of, what do other people want from me? What should I do? What shouldn't I do? What is bad? What is gonna make them unhappy? What is gonna make them happy? And I haven't really given myself the chance to do things that I actually want to. So this is my opportunity to start over, start fresh, and create the life that I want for myself and for my children. I feel like I'm going to miss saying so many things because I did not like plan out this video about what I was gonna exactly talk about. I didn't even do a summary because every time I would think about planning it out, I would get so stressed. And if I kept waiting to do like a script for this video, it was just never gonna get done. So today I decided I'm just gonna sit in front of the camera and talk to you guys. So I hope I am making sense and I'm not like all over the place. I am super excited about what's coming ahead. There are a lot of changes coming for my life and also for this channel. I did find a place to live, so we will be, everyone is gonna be moving out of this house. It is gonna be sold, and then we're gonna move into our own places, which was also a very stressful thing to do. In today's housing market, it is very hard to find a house to buy. I tried to buy like a small tiny house and someone always has a better offer. So then I finally ended up deciding, I'm like, I'm just not gonna buy anything. I'm gonna go on rent, and I just can't deal with it. It was so stressful to try to buy a place that I'm like, I don't need this kind of stress in my life when there's like a million things changing all at once. So I finally decided I'm just gonna rent a place. And even with rentals, sometimes the owners, they put their house for rent, but then they decide it's actually better for me to sell the house instead of putting it out for rent. And that has happened where I've put in an offer to rent a house, and then the owners decided, no, we're gonna actually sell it. Because it is a seller's market right now. But anyways, we found a place, it's signed, we are ready to go, hopefully in about a week. And then I will give you a tour of the new place. But before I give you a tour of the new place, I'm gonna give you a tour of where we're living right now, so you can get a comparison. I think that'll be fun. I wanna give you a tour of this place, which I actually worked really hard on staging the place when we were putting it up on the market for sale. So I want to show you all the pretty things I put everywhere to stage it, and then kind of like take you along my journey with packing and moving to the new place and how different our life is from here to there, which I think is not going to be too different, because what we had done was this house is really big, but we divided it into two sections where me and the kids took one area and my ex moved downstairs, and both floors have a kitchen, a full bathroom, and enough space. So what happened was it kind of worked out in a way that it made us adjust to a life from a huge house to a smaller space. So for like the past 2 years, we've actually been living in about a 1,200 square feet, one floor space. So moving from here to an apartment is not going to be a big adjustment because we have already become accustomed to living in a smaller space. I want the new place to be super, super organized. So if you want to follow my journey on how I organized, learn about organization, then make sure you subscribe to my channel because I really want to take you along with me. At the same time, this whole process has allowed me to think a lot about myself. Who am I? It's who I am today. Is it really who I am, or have I just been kind of turning myself into someone that I think I need to be to please people? So it has been a very like a self-discovery kind of journey that I have been experiencing in the past couple of years. So there are some things that I have learned about myself, and so I do want to take this opportunity to reinvent who I am. And that's gonna start with my style. It is so weird that I thought I loved like long flowy dresses, only to realize a couple of weeks ago that no, I wear long flowy dresses just to get attention. Because like when you wear pretty dresses, you get compliments, but is that who I actually am? You will be surprised at how many things you do just because you get compliments or you think people like those things, instead of even allowing yourself to think that, do I even actually like it? Or do I like the feeling of wearing those things because I get a certain type of attention when I wear them? So I do want to take you along with me. I'm going to be decluttering my entire closet. I'm going to be getting rid of my flowy long dresses, and I'm going to be replacing them with, I have no idea what. But essentially, I'm going to be reinventing my whole entire style. Today, I'm wearing a t-shirt, and you know what? I like it. I also want to really focus on my health and the children's health. So I'm going to need you guys to hold me accountable and make sure that I eat healthy. And I mean, I will have more of a very specific action plan for my health journey. I feel like when you have like vague goals, it's harder to achieve vague goals. So I am going to need very specific goals for my health journey, and I want to take you guys along with me. And at the same time, how do you feed healthy food to your children as well? I also want to really work on my outer beauty. You know, this is a beauty channel. I mean, it started off as a beauty channel. I'm not sure what it's going to turn into, but I do want to focus a lot on skincare. So I have gotten some products and also some devices, and I'm going to be trying them out and showing you the progress. Some of the things that I've gotten is like that LED mask. I think it's Dr. Dennis Gross. Crazy expensive mask. And I'm at an age where, you know, you do start to see signs of aging, and I'm curious to see if those devices actually work. But I'm not one of those people that overly stress about things. I don't overly stress about any wrinkles or skin imperfections, but I do believe in having good routines, and then having those good routines in my life, using good products. If they work, great, and if they don't, it's okay. I mean, if they work, great. Here is what's coming up in the future on my channel. We have moving, we have organizing, we have health stuff, we have a lot of testing skincare, anti-aging type of products. Yeah, and I think that's it. That's it that I have on my mind right now. Thank you so much for watching. I wanted to share this big news with you guys. I felt like it was the right time since the divorce is over, it's finished, I have processed everything, I've processed all the emotions, and I have moved on, and I'm looking forward to my new life. And that's what I want to take you along with me, is my journey ahead. So if you're interested, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you. Bye.